Hey, 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 what's up, everybody? This is JoJo, and you know that I got soul.
Let's get started. You just dropped, you're set to drop your new single, Special. It's coming out on Valentine's Day, and I gotta admit, we've been waiting probably almost 6 months for this when you first announced this single, so just kind of introduce us to the single.
Well, the single is called Special, and it's a song that was produced by my good friend and producer, Mr. Michael Bell. I like to call him Spin Doctor. The song is basically a happy love song. And instead of the old ballad, instead of the All My Life, which I love, but it's talking about the same thing, but it's talking about special, and you can actually kind of bob your head and ride to it, and but it's still talking about the special someone that's in your life, that special person, him, her, or it. It's just special.
Right. Right, and I was going to mention, this single, it doesn't necessarily sound like All My Life, nor does it sound like something you would have done with Jodeci. It's kind of in between. Was that intentional on your end?
Yes. My goal is right now, I just want people to really, because I have a lot to say, and I really want people to really feel my compassion on how I think and how I feel about being loved and sharing love, and just see a little lighter side of JoJo for a moment,
Right. Now, kind of take me through the timeline of deciding to go solo, because I got to admit, I never thought you had any intentions to go solo, but we always wanted a solo project from you because, JoJo, like our fans always say, you're one of the most underrated. Your vocals have always just been consistent. So what was that mindset like to go solo?
Wow. You know what? It's just that things happen, and it got to a point where I said, my wife and I was like, I want to do something, because Jodeci was off, and, K-Ci and JoJo was off for a minute, and we had started our own company called JT Entertainment, which it involves my kids, my nephew, one of my nephews, and I just said I want to do something different. I want to, like I said earlier, I just want the world to see me for me and as me, And then so I just said, what the hell? Let me just see. Let me put it out there, because just like everyone else, I never had no intention of doing a solo project. But then when I got started doing the project, I was really actually writing songs and coming up with songs for K-Ci and myself. And then I started getting into it more, and I was like, and I started becoming me. And I felt that. And I love that feeling. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep going. And like you said, no one never thought, like I never thought it either, but I just thank God I'm in the position that I am now.
Right. Now, how does this compare to when you and K-Ci branched out from Jodeci to become K-Ci and JoJo? I know you mentioned previously that was kind of a nervous time for you. That was a new beginning. Does this kind of feel like a new beginning, or are you seasoned enough to know, okay, I've been through this before?
A little bit of both. I'm seasoned enough because I have been through like a change, because it's big change from Jodeci getting into K-Ci and JoJo. That's when I really was beginning to find myself as far as writing and explaining and expressing myself through songs and with words. And now, I'm gonna say it again, I am well seasoned, but it's new. Kind of nervous about it a little bit. But I know I have a lot of people out there that have some kind of love for old JoJo. So I'm kind of happy now. Well, happy that way.
Right.
Yes.
Now, kind of just take me through your process when you're recording these songs, because as listeners, we're so used to you and K-Ci going back and forth with the vocals. This record is you by yourself. Did it take you a while to kind of find your voice and understand that you could do it on your own?
You asked wonderful questions, and you are so right. It did take me a while, and I still in somewhat kind of way, still miss my brother saying, "Sing it, JoJo," and then I come in and we sharing the song. I miss that a lot, but then I just said, you know what? You just got to block that out, and you just deliver the song, write it, delivery. Listen back, get used to it, So it was kind of hard, but I thank God, and I feel good, and I love where I am today with that.
Right. Awesome. So you got the new single Special coming very soon, and then I assume it's a project to follow after that?
Yes, sir. Special will be our 14th February on Valentine's Day. I have, like I said, mentioned earlier, I have a company, my own label that my wife and I started, Tashonda, Miss Tiny. We started a wonderful label with our children, and and like I said, I have a nephew, which is K-Ci's son as well. He does rap, and my girls just have gorgeous voices, and they're so incredible writers. They help me write, and and they tell me the real. If they don't sound good, no, you could do that. So it's a family side thing. So I'm happy with that, and that's what's coming out now. And it's going to be a lot of more things that my wife and I, we're going to have to offer to everyone, to the music industry.
Right. And I think what's exciting about this single is, just dating back to that last Jodeci album that came out, we didn't really hear a lot of JoJo vocals on that. Primarily it was K-Ci. So, is that something to be excited about, that you're able to showcase your vocals again?
Oh, my God, yes. I'm very excited about that. And like I said, it gave me more time to be more creative and find myself and be happy with it and be comfortable with my lane that I found myself to be in as of today.
Right. Now, one of the comments that a lot of fans did mention, like I said, you weren't, your vocals weren't as present on the last Jodeci album, and a lot of fans are trying to figure out, how do the members feel about that album? I spoke to Dalvin, and he said there was a lot of politics that came with that album. How do you feel about that last Jodeci album?
I feel as though, to be honest with you guys, I feel like we was not in a good place when that album was being done and worked on, and everybody was somewhere else, and so we really didn't take the time to really sort it out, figure it out, plan it out for it to be. That's why the album, to me, I was like, okay, that was just another Jodeci album. Did I feel as though it was a tremendous one of Jodeci albums? No, it wasn't. It was a lot that was left out. So just had to take it in stride and just keep moving forward.
Right. Good point. And then in regards to Jodeci, like I've seen shows where it's just you and Dalvin. I've seen shows where it's you, Dalvin, and K-Ci, and Devontae's been missing for the last couple of years. Like, what's the state of Jodeci right now?
You know what? The state of Jodeci is I love my brothers. We love one another. But right now, I'm just concentrating on JoJo right now. But like I say, I love my brothers. We all love one another.
Right. Good point. Just a couple more questions for you here. The one thing I've always admired about you guys, Jodeci, K-Ci, and JoJo, are the harmonies that you brought to the table. It was so creative. And, just kind of take me through that creative process of putting together those harmonies, because that sound in itself, it can't be replicated.
You know what? I'm going to take that as a big compliment, because the way Jodeci was formed, Devontae did the music, he wrote the songs at that time. I did all the vocal arranging. Half of the songs that you done heard, even on K-Ci and JoJo albums, is all me doing the backgrounds, and and I love that. I love just creating harmony. I love it's like in my head I'm matching colors with melodies, and I love that part. So that's basically what I love to do, and that's why once again I feel so good about my solo project right now.
Right.
Get to be even more creative.
Right. So just on average, I'm just curious, how many tracks would you guys have done to, record a harmony back in the day.
I'll be giving you my secret if I tell you that.
Right.
No. I can't tell you that. But put it this way: multiple stacks. And if anybody know what I mean in the studio, they know what I mean. Multiple stacks. I love it. I can do one note and make that one note sound like a choir, because multiple stacks is kind of like the key.
Right. That's crazy. So just a couple more questions here. You're set to embark on this solo career, and the one thing we've always discussed, amongst the fans, is the legacies of K-Ci and JoJo. Do you look at them separate, or do you look at them as one entity? How do you look at it?
As far as my brother and myself?
Yeah.
I said, Jodeci, K-Ci, and JoJo is one big family. Different rooms in the house, but we live together. Right. So everything is pretty much, we all it's just equal to me, you know. Jodeci is love, just like we always sing about love, and those are the only songs I know how to write, because I can speak so highly about love. I can, because I hope I'm a lovable person, and I know I love to be loved, and I have a lot of love to give. Right.
And then lastly, JoJo, we always talk about Jodeci, but I really want to dive deep into K-Ci and JoJo, because one thing that's really cool about K-Ci and JoJo is you guys actually crossed over to the pop charts with the All My Lives, with the Crazies.
Right.
So, just take me through those moments, because obviously everyone knew you from Jodeci. Behind the scenes, from the labels, when you decided to go in this, K-Ci and JoJo route, what were those conversations like?
Right. You know what? There actually was no conversation. It was more, okay, Jodeci's taking a break, and K-Ci, what you doing? We go to the studio, we get to writing, because we don't want to be bored, like, just sitting around waiting and nothing is doing. So we basically just went in there and we just let go and let God handle that, and He made a way, because it was nothing planned. Definitely wasn't unplanned, and especially going pop. All My Life was not even supposed to go on the album. I wrote that song for my daughter, and that was just a demo song. Then Hawaii picked it up, the radio station over there, and they just went, it just went out, knocked out the park. I said, oh my God, this is unexpected. That's why All My Life was never a single. Wasn't sold as a single. It was just on the album. We never promoted that as a single. But then we was kind of like forced to be like, oh, this is the song. We love this song. Love your whole album, but this song here, we want this song. So we was kind of raped for that song, so to speak. Yes. They just took it and ran with it.
Yeah, and that was the thing. We had a conversation about it, and we always, for whatever reason, we thought All My Life was the lead single off that project, and then we looked again, and we're like, wait a minute, this was like the third single, so that was crazy.
Right. It wasn't supposed to be. It's just supposed to have been on the album. Radio picked it up, and thank you, Jesus. And what happened, because we don't like calling our fans. That's just, I don't like saying. We like calling our fans friends. And by crossing over, we made new friends, and I love it.
Right. Absolutely. And then, lastly, you've been doing a lot of shows over the last couple of years with K-Ci and JoJo, with Jodeci. What kind of love do you get from fellow artists or artists that came up under you guys? What kind of love do you get from them now?
You know what? Always, and that's why I love all my peers. I don't have any enemies or whatever. There ain't no room for that in this world and in my life, anyways. But they always respect us. They would stop what they doing when we have shows and walking backstage, going to our dressing room. They are, hey, oh my God, just very excited and welcoming to us, and I love that. I really love that. So they really do give us our respect that I feel as they feel as though is needed, much well recognized. That's better, yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So, JoJo, that's all that I've got for you. Is there anything that you'd like to add?
I would just like to add, Happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers that want to be loved and able to share love. Special. You do something special to me. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes.